Somebody's time, 6:49 in our morning checkup with Samaritan Medical Center. We have Dr. Fahd Rawra here to talk about bipolar disorder. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good to see you. This is an interesting topic, and I guess I didn't realize that. I know that it's important to talk about, but the percentage in the population suffering from bipolar, I think, is relatively small. Not to say it's not important to talk about, but it is a small number, isn't it?
Well, it's about 2% of the population would suffer from it. It runs in families at times, so there may be a family history. One of the things is when you're looking at diagnosing somebody with bipolar disorder, we're trying to diagnose either an episode of what we refer to as mania or hypomania. What it requires is to have at least 3 symptoms to be present at all times, and for at least 4 days consecutively.
So what is bipolar disorder?
Okay. So the symptoms involve problems with sleep. People find themselves sleeping a maximum of 3 hours or less. But the difference is that when they wake up in the morning, they feel fully rested. They don't feel like they've missed their sleep. People will find that they have what we refer to as increase in goal-directed activity. People will say somebody will get up and plan several things out. I'm going to clean the kitchen today. I'm going to pave the driveway. I'm going to mow the lawn. I'm going to fix the roof.
Plan all of those?
Plan all those things, and nothing gets done because they're taking on more than they can actually do.
Right.
But it's just that they have this sense of, oh, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. Another symptom is what we refer to as grandiosity, which is a falsely elated or inflated sense of self-esteem, a superiority complex, more or less. Now, all of us, we recognize things that we're good at doing, and recognize things that we're okay or not as good at doing. People will feel that they can do everything and anything, and not just that they can do it. They get this sense of very high self-esteem. I can do it, and I can be the best at it, and they'll be convinced that they are when they're not.
Do people who have bipolar, can they tell they do, or is it usually someone else bringing it to their attention?
It depends, depending on how severe it is. But when you sit down and if families gone together and said, hey, something's off, and they themselves recognize, hey, you know what? There's times when I get all this energy in me. Usually a lot of times people like it, but when it goes to more severe forms, they end up doing things that they regret later on, and they're like, well, this can't be right. There's something going on.
So it sounds like it's better to catch it early? To bring it to someone's attention early?
It is, yes, it is absolutely better to get it treated, because if you don't, some of these
things... And it is treatable?
It is treatable, yes.
All right. We're out of time, but thank you very much.
Thank you.
We appreciate it, and we're back here in just a couple of moments.